Was
Alright, we have the final Majors game of round 4 of OLTP Season 3. We have the Cap-22's of the red team versus the blue team of the 50 Shades of Blue Balls. Co-commentation with me is Parka, and noises provided by Strangecloud.
Hey Strong, how you doing?
I'm not too bad. How are you, Parka?
Doing pretty well. Coming off a solid win and expecting as many people expecting pretty much a landslide here. The Cap-22's putting up probably one of the least experienced and weakest Majors teams that we've seen.
It's going to be an interesting match here to see Rain on D, which is pretty surprising. You're going to see Rain and This Is Nigel on D for the Cap-22's, and Vapulet and Maxwell on O. And for 50 Shades, it's most likely going to be Noob and Borgen on O, and Elfitzo and Bleach on D.
And might I add that from LMAO himself, he believes that Rain is just an overall better player than Elfie and Drink Bleach, so we'll see who can provide the solid defense there despite having Nigel as his partner. We'll see if Rain can carry his team and stop some caps.
We see Rain is the top capper of all time in OLTP, according to Drink Bleach's stats. So we'll see if he can transfer it onto D.
For sure there. And I think it's going to be up for a challenge, especially paired up against a minors defender, Nigel, who didn't play a very fun game not too long ago. And now being up against Noob and Borgen now, it's going to be tough.
Going into this week, Nigel was actually the top player, rated the top player in minors with 100 Hoog, including as 100 Hoog D. So it'll be interesting to see how this transfers to Majors.
I think the pressure of 100 Hoogs has gotten to him.
Alright, we're going to get the game starting here. Both teams are ready.
And obviously 50 Shades of Blue Balls with their classic start on the blue side and Cap-22's over on the red.
Just wish we didn't have to change sides. So what's your prediction for this match, Parker?
Well, we saw a 13 cap differential between the previous Ballbusters and Vexillophiles game. This time, I think they can beat 13. I think the flag bearers can beat a 13 cap deficit and just demolish the Cap-22's, but I may be a bit biased.
Maybe as one of the members, but we're going to see 3 Juke Juices here at the very start, which is probably the most passive we can possibly get.
And 50 Shades have got some pretty bad spawns for mid power up, but as we saw, Nigel picking it up for defense, which probably isn't the best idea. So do get underway, Borgen.
Straight away, Borgen with a fantastic grab. I can't get ahead. That would have been a cap if he gets ahead of Rain.
Yeah, he even had Juke Juice there, and he just, he ran straight into Rain, and he even said earlier today that he believes he's at the top of his game right now, just like back in his Season 1 days, so hopefully he'll be able to outcap Noob here.
Some pretty risky grabs already. That's probably what was causing the Vexillophiles to have such a tough time. There's a lot of poor flacids, but Rain has already picked up one very nice snipe.
Yeah,
showing his love for A.
These wise words from A, I think, has given Rain the motivation that he needs to just really shut down this Borgen and Noob offense.
We're going to see some power-up battles ensuing. Max is going to pick up a TagPro middle, as does Rain from left, and 3 power-ups to the Cap-22's. That's always useful.
The Cap-22 should be able to do work here with a Juke Juice and a TagPro if Max can get ahead and give Vapulet the lead, and he's ahead of 2. As he sits there on top boost, Noob is trying to contain him, but Rain also has a TagPro. Can the Cap-22's pick up an early lead here?
Oh, the and Borgen spikes.
Yeah!
That is not what the cards showed.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. Borgen and Noob were actually not playing the brightest D. Despite Elfitzo getting ahead, the brightest O, Elfitzo gets ahead and gets a cap, but Borgen
that
and
was
Noob...
some very poor offensive defense from Cap-22, just so easily let Elfitzo out.
In the first minute or so, Borgen and Noob were playing absolutely terrible, but now they've seemed to have picked it up, and now Noob's ahead of 2. Heading to base, Vapulet with a poor boost ahead. Well, actually, smart boost there. Pushing down ahead and grabbing the return.
And Noob blaming lag. Didn't know, I thought Sizzle had already played this a week. Props for respawning. Borgen's going to get this rolling bomb. Let's see what it can do. He's also going to have a TagPro lead, have a TagPro in base. This is a very dangerous situation here.
Noob pushing ahead and Borgin for some reason hesitating a bit there, but now they have two TagPros in base. Rain picks up the flag and Max for... Wow. That should have been a cap for the flag bearers there.
Definitely didn't use a TagPro.
I love flag bearers, who am I on about? Flag bearers, jeez. Living in the past.
Team.
For the 50 Shades, I'm living in the past here. It's just offense, it's giving me some memories. I'm really surprised the Cap-22's have done a beautiful job of shutting down 50 Shades, keeping it to 1 or 3 minutes in. The minus team, which is pretty much similar to this, weren't able to do the same, but it seems like Nigel has definitely picked up his game here, as Noob picks up the flag and is away mid ahead of 2. Vaplet should have to shut him down for the return.
Almost got the block from Drink Bleach there. That would have been a very nice block to be able to get that. Unfortunately, it's a TagPro for Borgin, which Max is going to pick up. That uses the boost absolutely fantastically. If they can hold off Vap here, this is going to be the second cap, which it looks like it will be. That was an from Borgin.
Yeah, an absolutely amazing chain boost as Noob picks up the regrab there. With the TagPro in base, made it pretty easy for him to come in as Max gets returned there.
Interesting choice to go Flag Pro. Probably not the best use of it.
You know, the Cap-22 side doing a great job of actually shutting down the Noob and Borgin offense, which most people would have expected to absolutely demolish Rain and Nigel, but I mean, as I said, Rain.
Oh, Rain, fantastic boost. That is 6 returns for Rain. He is currently leading. The offender is showing that he can actually play D. And that's a fantastic boost. He's ahead of 4. Not the best offensive defense there, and he's going to get a cap to make it 2-all.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the 50 Shades team won't be happy with this now with Vapulate ahead. Power control has been poor, especially from Major's game here. We usually expect many power-up battles and one team to be right on top of them, but I mean, that Juke just was sitting there for a while and that allowed Vap to grab it.
Well, half a minute in, and they're only half a game in, and the TagPro on the right is already at 30 seconds, which is usually what you expect to see about towards the end of the game.
Yep, as Drink Bleach picks up the return there on Vap, they got a TagPro sitting in base. Noob should get returned here by Rain as usual. Hey, your A's wise words, he seems to be quite right, with Rain being a solid defender.
That almost worked as a very good handoff, but Rain got a fantastic snipe on.
I think Rain should just give up O and just permanently play D at this rate. As Noob and Borgin are now trying to push their way in through, while Max was waiting at mid for quite a while there, but that should be beneficial with them because 50 Shades isn't even competing for that power up, and they aren't even heading for bot, but Vap, he doesn't know that he's 20 seconds early.
So he's going to come up to try and use this TagPro, which is not due to its full extent. Noob has boosted well and is ahead of 3, but Max does have his TagPro. And another great boost from Rain, using that super boost fantastically.
Yeah, they were smart by Noob to get away because he actually baited Rain to the power up and then left. So Rain was busy taking the power up while he picked up the flag and got away there, but luckily with that juke juice he was able to Rain was able to head back to base and help grab the return there.
He used that juke juice very well as well to get out of a tough situation. If he's returned, there's probably a cap on the cards for the 50 Shades.
Rain does a beautiful job there of splitting straight through Elfie and Drink Bleach through a 3-tile gap there. Usually that choke point's what defenders use to really get that return, but Rain doing a beautiful job, and as A said, best overall player here. He's showing why A's right.
Let's see what we can do here. There's only 3 coming into base. Borgin is probably going to have to hold. Max is going to pick up a rolling bomb middle, so this could be quite useful. But they're very slow to get back to D.
Yeah, they do swap out the regrab there. Vap's heading back to chase, but Noob is ahead and he should be able to stay alive here for quite a while with that juke juice. And we all know Vap isn't too known too well for his chasing, but he put himself into a little bit of a pickle there with that bomb.
Rain was actually he was on that tile when the juke juice spawned, and he was trying his hardest to move off it, but it didn't work. El Fitzo might be able to get through. They can get blocks. Probably wasn't the best decision to go in then.
No, that's definitely should have been a cap. Borgin and Bleach should have easily been able to block that there being 2v1, but that being a little slippery little bugger managed to wriggle his way through the defenders there and get the easy return. With the score 2-all in the first half, this is really surprising. As Fat Flacid's there and Max Flacid's, the power-up fight begins.
It's quite surprising to see with Borgin and Noob also playing together in Season 2. They haven't looked particularly coherent as an offensive unit so far against an offender and a miners defender. It's relatively surprising.
Yeah, I noticed a lot of the time that it's just based on individual play. They're just grabbing one by one. There isn't really that
Borgum's
teamwork we
going to
see a
pick
lot
up
of the
a
captains
rolling
do.
bomb here, and Rain is going to get a return again.
Doing a beautiful job of keeping the scores under 2-all. I know that the 50 Shades team will definitely not be happy with this at all.
No, Rain is up to 16 returns now.
And might add second place Elfie on 12. As Borgum picks up the flag there and gets ahead of 2. If that boost spawn, Rain is waiting for it if he can get the return here. No, now Elfie and Bleach should be able to grab the block here, and Max, if they're unable to do this, then I don't know what's going on with them right now. Borgum doing the smart choice, going around picking up a nice cap.
Yeah!
With a minute and 45 to go, the 50 Shades have finally gotten the lead back, but it's only one cap. My predictions are, well, far off right now. That with a beautiful boost there, but Noob picking up the easy return.
It does seem that a lot of people were kind of hoping to even eclipse last game's ridiculous scoreline, but it's been good to see the Cap-22's hold up for so long, even though a lot of it has been a fantastic individual performance by Rain here. Return would be would almost definitely be a cap, which they are going to get, and it goes to 4-2.
Yeah, Rain made the mistake there of boosting, but I feel like he had plenty of other choices to either kiss or just get away there, but unfortunate mistake there by Rain. And again, Rain boosts straight into VAP and costing them another easy cap. Poor mistake by Rain there, and he's been playing so well, that's really unfortunate by him.
Uses the super boost very effectively, with only one ahead now, and Vapulate can block Noob, which he can't.
Nah, Noob did beautifully there, staying ahead of VAP and not allowing him to block him under, with Bleach choking Rain there.
Using that underside, that little point there is a pretty good spot for a choke point. There's only 4 or 5 tiles to get through.
That could also be another cap with Morgan and the TagPro lead, but now he's ahead of 3 using the bomb wisely there. With Rain, not using the bomb all too well to get the return. But Duke's past Nigel. Now with Max with the 5 tiles, he can get past here. No, he can't.
Well, smart from Rain there. Rain had gone back onto regrab and completely shut down the threat.
Yeah, I mean, Rain definitely has picked up his game from what we saw in the minors earlier today. I mean, the Cap-22 team's looking a lot more solid with that playing. Oh, and their defense is definitely looking a lot more solid.
We're going to go into halftime at 4-2 to 50 Shades, which is... we were expecting 50 Shades to win, but it's been a bit closer than what we were expecting, which is good to see. It's good to see a close game.
Yep, that Nigel and the rest of the Cap-22 team definitely picking up their game from what we saw before, and despite what people may have said about the teams, or even I said about the weak Majors team, they've been doing absolutely brilliant in keeping the score cap differential to only 2 for the first half.
So what do you think that do you think that Cap-22's can come back into this game?
I definitely think they can. I mean, at the rate that it's going right now, it just seems like if they just a couple of mistakes, the cap, as we saw at the end, they Rain boosting to VAP. It probably should be 4-3, but I mean, the Cap-22 is doing a beautiful job of shutting down Borgum and Noob, and perhaps it's just maybe Borgum and Noob, taking it a bit too easy and not really playing. We've seen their potential, but right now they just seem to be messing around, especially in the beginning of that half. They were just didn't seem like they were doing things as usual.
Right, and the second half is going to kick off now. And it looks like the commentary box is having a substitute. Strangecloud is coming in for the lagging Parka. Well,
bad luck, guys. You're stuck with me now, so I'm going to just do as bad a job as Rock did just before. So it's all good.
Let's see if this substitute can improve the commentary box at all. We're going to see 2 rolling bombs and a TagPro this time. It's a bit more interesting at the start.
Yeah, and they're both right on the boost there. I think Nige should get this power up in the middle.
You can't get
there's always a chance he'll miss it. Oh, he's left it for Max. Good call, yeah. Yeah, I'll give him that. Good call.
That's a rolling bomb and a TagPro on O. There's been quite a lot of flag pros this game, so interesting to see if this can actually work.
You'd want a cap from a rolling bomb TagPro a lot of the time, but
they
it looks like
couldn't even
Noob's coming
work the
in.
grab.
Interesting brew.
TagPro was
ahead.
quite helpful there.
Yeah, Max did fairly well with that. Clear up the base just a little bit. And they're just running into each other. I'm not sure if it's just not communicating or just kind of... there's Rain with another
Fantastic
return.
snake from Rain. A return here on Bleach is going to be very dangerous, but he does well.
Bleach
And now a return on Max will be a cap if Alfie can get it. They force him top, and he's going to boost straight into Borgen, and that will be the 5th cap.
Borgen has been saying he's pretty much a defender. Yeah, and he's looking forward to trying to keep his minors niche #1 rating intact.
By never playing minors again?
Yeah, that's how we're trying to do it. And there's 3 tag pros up, and okay, Nigel's got one, Alfie's got another. And okay, they're all taken now. Took a little bit of time. And it looked like Bleach and Rain were just playing a little bit of a game of chicken there.
Has worked here. Oh, it's a good boost by Bleach. If he had missed the flag, that was definitely a cap.
He backed himself in there, and it paid off. Not the best boost, I don't think, by him there. That spawn made Borgen go, I think, a bit quicker than he expected to have to go. It was right next to that boost.
We're going to see Noob juking his way out of a tough situation here. Almost got it. Borgen misses the flag.
Borgen's... I feel like he meant that. Sometimes you don't know with Borgen.
That was a fantastic grab here. If he gets
great.
ahead of Vapulate, this is a cap. But Noob doesn't go with the blocks. He goes with a TagPro. I mean, the Juke Juice.
That TagPro could come in handy. Okay,
That's a fantastic juice from Borgen, though, to get there.
Borgen did well there, but that boosted in the middle of nowhere.
That's not the strongest offensive defense.
Here's another.
The regrab train is too strong.
Rain's dropping back a lot to stop regrab, I've noticed.
And
that was a bit unlucky with that tag, bro.
So far, it doesn't look like that the Cap-22's are going to be able to pull back into this game after half-time. We usually see the teams start out pretty quickly if it is going to be a contest.
I think 50 Shades have settled in now. And I don't know, maybe they saw the lineup in the first half and took it a little bit too easy. Bit of complacency there. But they're starting to improve a bit.
Noob and Borgen are looking quite a bit better on offense together right now.
Yeah. It seems like people have got a handle on the power up timers now. The other half, it looked a bit dodgy.
Right was very quickly delayed. This is going to be another cap.
Another.
Doesn't look like the creator's communication coming out now.
Nope, not at all. And okay, he's ahead of 3 already. Wasn't the greatest positioning there by the Cap-22's, and not the greatest bomb there either by Borgen. So
Maxwell is ahead of 3 right now, and they can get return on Noob, but he's smartly going to backtrack.
Ooh. I thought for a sec he was going to get himself in trouble there. Kiss could have worked out, but I guess he's in a decent situation as is.
Noob does well to get ahead of a lot of it. Oh no, that's a wrong base. But he's still going to get a cap anyway.
Yeah.
The offensive defense of Cap-22's has been severely lacking. And this is looking like it is going to be turning into the landslide that people feared it would be.
It's just... I don't know if it's a lack of communication or just not Major's quality awareness, I think, isn't helping.
We do see 50 Shades of Blue Balls pick up all the power-ups. Noob is away with his Juke Juice ahead of 2, and Bleach has a TagPro on base. This is a very dangerous situation.
He's gone the long way. I think it cost him there. Not sure he should have gone all the way around. If he with the Juke Juice, I think he could have got in front.
And they could have maximized the juice of Bleach's TagPro to force the other players out the way.
And Rain uses his
spin fantastically there, but can't go away.
Ahead. I'm not sure what Borgen's doing, just grabbing without his offensive partner there.
This has happened a lot at the start of the game too. Maybe they have eased up a little after the very quick start they had.
And we've got a few power-up battles here. That wins the middle one. Bleach just got a tag, this is going to be handy.
going to be able to pick up this rolling bomb?
Will he be able to use it though? That's the question. I guess he half used it.
Well defused by Rain. Rain isn't
Ooh,
quite
nearly
as
a
far
great
ahead
bomb.
on the returns this half, which is unfortunate.
We never doubt you, eh? Never.
Going to see a reset here, and we'll see.
Yeah. See which partnership. Okay, that's worked really well. Borgen's ahead of 2. And
But-
Bleach just come to block him. No, it's okay. Give him a little welcome tap. Oh, good. I thought for a sec Noob was going to get through that one.
Get through the 2 wide tile space. That's always embarrassing to
Yeah.
see.
Yeah. As much as I am going for the 50 Shades here, I don't exactly want to see that.
Max, fantastic juke, but the boost spawns right under him.
It's just terrible when that happens, isn't it? You just can't do anything about it. And, they're just blocking each other again.
The return on Alfitzo,
That's a
and
cap.
that is a cap.
That was... I don't know if Borgen should have pushed so much. They weren't in a great situation there, so...
Noob is going to get ahead as Nige spikes himself, but Max is also out.
Yep, there's not many chases. There's no one chasing him at the moment.
Saying, I don't think the scoreline quite suggests how the 50 Shades of Blue Bulls have been playing. 9-3 looks like they've had an absolutely incredible game.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of performances. That with a nice boost there takes out 50 Shades. That's 100 Shades for you guys
I thought
counting
he
at
was going to
home.
get the cap then. If Rain goes
Yeah,
to
I
a
was
rolling
like, oh,
bomb,
no.
but he's going to get there in time.
Juice is going to give him...
I don't think he's getting out without that juke juice. It's a very risky decision.
Look, I guess it's paid off. Sometimes you've got to take those risks, but I thought that was going to cost him. Oh, poor Alfie. Straight into the spike.
Cap-22's did get all our 3 power-ups then, so it's good to see that they're keeping control of that at least.
Probably made it a priority over... Was it the last one or the one before where 50 Shades got all... Just a bit of chasing going on here. Noob's got himself... No, he's gotten past Nige there. I don't know if there'll be a return any time. No, Max is juked. I think he should have gone bottom there.
Noob isn't known as the best holder of the flag necessarily, but he is absolutely destroying everybody on hold right now. 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, he is, isn't he? There isn't anyone even...
He's a full minute ahead of everybody else. Let's see if they can get the blocks here. Oh, that's fantastic.
Oh, there's another. That's more like the 50 Shades we're used to seeing.
And
bad decision
no,
by
that
Noob.
was not the correct decision to push up then.
That was not a good decision at all.
It
Even
does
though
seem-
the scoreline does look out of reach for the Cap-22's, you still don't want to give away caps like that.
Rain with the sort of split on the spawn.
Yeah,
Noob.
I guess we call it a half split. Let's see, 45 seconds. Let's see if anyone can get a good grab and get out of base. Vap's trying his hardest.
Borgen is out as usual.
Vap's holding well. He's done really well, Vap, because now he's ahead of 2. If they can get a return. So that's the definition of a noob spike, guys. I don't think he's going to be too happy about that one. A lot of just poor decisions. A lot of poor decisions are just given Cap-22's caps here.
I don't think that the 50 Jets will be particularly happy. I think they could have easily narrowed this down to about 2 or 3 caps, but they are going to get a big win. It's going to be very helpful for that cap difference.
Yep. Noob with 4 caps helps his total. Or 4 caps in the second half. But I think it wasn't exactly the most polished game. That's for sure.
No, but the scoreline's always going to, at the end of the day, it's a scoreline.
Yeah,
And
you
then
take a win.
take a 6-cap win any day of the week. We'll see if we can get anybody in here to do some interviews. I'll just hop in.
Hey, Rain.
Hey, man.
So, how was it playing with a slightly makeshift lineup? You guys played fairly well under the conditions, and it looked like you were really trying to carry the team there. How do you think everyone performed?
I got the first half, but okay. I only done a couple of caps, and I thought on the whole we were pretty much evenly matched team. They just at the edge, and they just had 4 better players in each position. But I thought that like the way that we played the game meant that like that was pretty much an even half. Only 4-2. Like we could have probably got that back in the second half. And then they just played a lot better in the second half offensively.
A lot of chemistry as well.
Yeah. And then
Because it would have been the
Knights
first
just,
time
like,
you guys have played.
that was one of the first times, yeah. And then me and Knights just couldn't get the returns quick enough, and then that just led to a bit of a domino effect, which meant that
that Rigo train
started losing, yeah. And their offensive defense was just a lot better than us. So. Anyway, it was a good game though. I thought that they played really well. I thought that Nige in the first half was an excellent support defender, and back then Max had some really good plays. Obviously, against Elfito and Bleach, like kind of the most scope to make plays, but when they got the flag, they were doing pretty well and stuff. Pretty happy.
Yeah, it was a decent performance considering. Yeah, it would have been the first time you guys had all played together as a 4 anyway.
Yeah,
and didn't cause a blowout in the end. That's for sure, which is good to see. Not exactly from my perspective,
like but we brought back a few consolation caps, which meant that it was a bit closer than caps deserved.
About those caps, noob, spikes. You gonna avoid them next game?
Was I hitting the spikes? I didn't even notice.
Oh, okay. Look what you didn't tell you.
That's probably the problem. I wasn't watching the screen.
That's a shame. So it's a win, I guess, for you guys for 50 Shades. But how do you think you played overall, Noob, Borgen? Anyone want to answer?
I'd like to say something, and that's if you're watching the stream right now, please send your donations into Elfitzo's new keyboard at gmail.com. I think he might have wrecked one.
Wasn't too pleased, the captain?
No, definitely not.
Well, at the end of the day, it's a win.
Sure is.
But you helped yourself with a few caps, Noob, which is pretty good.
Yeah, I didn't get any in the first, but got some in the second.
You take that.
I think Esteem Liddy and Goku are still above me on all the offensive leaderboards though, so we'll see.
Well, so that was the game between the 50 Shades of Blue Balls and the Cap-22's, which ended 11-5 to the 50 Shades. I don't know why I subbed in for Parka, but I did. Thanks, Balwas. Do you want to say anything else?
I think Parka was substituted with a torn larynx and was no longer able to commentate. A common injury for a commentator, but yeah. Thank you for tuning in. It was a great game to cap off week 4 of OLTP Majors, and we'll see you next week.